What a nice day, huh? Good day for a stream. How is everybody doing today? I'll give you guys one for the road. Hello! Oh man, first comment I read. Dan says, "Hi all, just thought I'd let people know my ex has been reaching out. She's been confused and thought I hated her since I've been in no contact." Look at that. Look at that. How is everybody doing? Hi Amy, Tiger, Martin, Rushali, Michael. How's everybody doing? My ex reached out. I need help though. So look, during every one of these, I always say, pay attention to what everybody is saying in the comments. It's not just about your question. Think about their questions too. Hey, that person just said their ex reached out. Hey, that person said it too. Wow, does no contact work? Look at all the proof around you. Hi, Cess. Hi, Clara. So you're getting all of this proof, right? All of this proof, and yet we like to constantly doubt the proof that we get. Fact is, you do have a better chance than you think. No contact does work, but I think where people lose some faith is that when they hear no contact, they think, well, it needs to work immediately, right? It needs to work right now. Well, what if you waiting, right? You being patient, you focusing on yourself and your life is exactly what needed to happen. Yes, it's good to be back. Hi, Tom. Martin says, still in contact, but she won't see me. So what that tells me, if you're in contact with your ex, but they refuse to set a date, it tells a couple of things. First and foremost, it says that they're not completely certain that this is what they want, right? They're questioning it. This is when you pull back. You say, okay, no problem. Give me a call if you change your mind. Let them come to you again. If they still won't set a date, you said, yeah, hey, I'm not really interested in being friends with you. So, unless you want to reconcile, please don't contact me. This sets up certainty. The next time they contact you, you know why. It takes out the guesswork. No contact worked. Somehow my ex apologized to me. This is what I'm talking about, people. Give yourself time, give yourself space. Cat B says, Rory, my ex sent me an emo text on my birthday after nearly 10 months of no contact, saying I'm the kindest person he's ever met. What does that mean? We're both 35. It means that, he misses you. What a concept, right? Luke says, hey Rory, my ex reached out to tell me she was happy and proud of me because it looks and sounds like I'm getting well on without her. Have I blown my chances of getting back with her? No. You've been doing the personal work and she's impressed. Carl says, no contact has not worked for me. Haven't heard from her in over 8 months. Well, no contact is not a guaranteed foolproof plan. There's no 100% foolproof plan, right? What no contact does is increases the chance that they become curious about you. Not all relationships are meant to get back together. Not all relationships that get back together stay together. We have to be very careful because, yes, we're here doing all this personal work, but we want our ex to be doing the personal work as well. Right? If you've grown a lot and your ex hasn't grown at all, think about that. Is it smart to get back with them? Oompa Loompa 2019. Hey Rory, how long does it take until you stop thinking about her all the time? It's gonna take time. For me, it probably took me about... This is my experience. It took me about 3 months to stop thinking about my ex constantly. The personal work would help with that, though. The gym will help with that. Journaling, long walks, all of these things will help. It's spooky. Hello! Rory, I stood up to my ex just recently. Long story short, I asked her to leave me alone. I've caught on to her pulling my heartstrings. I feel great for standing up for myself, but why am I sad too? It's normal. It's completely normal. You've stood up to your ex, and it's draining. You know? Walter says, should I stop watching your videos after a year? I think that it's time. It is time. Look, the truth is that you're not supposed to obsess over the videos, right? We can't replace the, getting our ex back with strategizing to get our ex back. And so there is a time to stop watching these videos. All these videos are serving to do, or rather, change the videos of mine that you're watching. Stop watching the get your ex back ones and start watching the ones about dating and attraction. And more are coming. As everybody grows with my channel, more videos like that are going to happen. But I will also be posting X-Back videos, because the truth is that that's why people come to my channel. Right? That's how they find me in the first place. Hi, Summer. Hi, Rory. If my ex reached out for my birthday 2 months ago, should I wish him a happy birthday as well? Thoughts on this? I don't want him thinking I stopped caring or loving him. No, I think that we want him curious, and so not reaching out on his birthday is the best way to play that, especially if you're looking for a reconciliation. When you were trying to get over your ex, Rory, did you go meet other girls during those 3 months that you were still thinking about her? I did, but it was in the casual sense. I knew that I didn't want to make those girls that I went and saw, I didn't want to make them girlfriends. I knew, I had well established in my mind what it was. It was just fun. A lot of people aren't able to do that within 3 months. Everybody's different. It's my ex's birthday today. Should I wish him happy birthday? No. If my ex is ready for friendship, will this lead up to reconciliation? No. Don't be friends with an ex. It's not gonna help. It's not gonna make your shot any better. It's only gonna hurt you. My ex reached out with a meaningless text about traffic being bad around our apartment complex, then tried to carry the conversation after I kept it kind of short. What does that mean? Possibly missing me? Yes. Means that your ex is curious, she hasn't heard from you, she's wondering what you're up to? Yeah. Keep the conversation short, be the first one to end it, find a reason to get off. Fiorella, my ex and his rebound are living together after less than a month of dating. Should I lose all hope? No. Do you think it's healthy to start living with somebody 1 month after meeting them? You and I both know that that's not healthy. Sounds like a rebound to me. Hello, Rinaldi. Shawn Michaels, what's your take on the MGTOW movement? For those of you who don't know, that is men going their own way. And that is a community of men who have decided to stop dating and basically stop focusing on women. I think that it is ill-advised, and here's why. Is it because when you completely avoid something, that means it owns you? The difference between the men going their own way movement, and I should say here that I am not well read up on this movement. I know the basics of it. For the men going their own way movement, it was kind of a response to feminism. And I just think that we can do better, right? Rather than completely avoiding it, why don't we learn how to not make it our entire life? Why don't we learn individuality? Nothing better than Rory on my lunch break. Well, I hope I'm not for lunch. Horrifying thought. Rory, your stuff is awesome. I listen to you, Craig Kenneth, and the Dating Guy, mostly. Quality info. Thank you so much. That's nice of you. Rory, are we ever going to see you in a video? Probably not. I think the mysteriousness is one of the reasons people like coming here. I got a question. Does no contact mean not posting on social media as well? You can totally post on social media. You just don't want to have posts that are designed specifically to get your ex's attention. You want to be focusing on your life. And let's say you go out and you do something fun, like, I don't know, bowling. I'll just pull something out of thin air. If you're going bowling and with a bunch of people and you're all happy and laughing, and you take a picture and you post it on social media, you didn't try to get a reaction from your ex. However, you did share with the world that you're doing okay, that you're fine. If your ex notices, wow, they really are doing fine. It will have them see, A, you're happy. B, pair that with no contact because you haven't reached out. Right? So what's going through their mind? My ex is happy, because I just saw on Facebook or Snapchat or whatever, and they're not reaching out to me. Think about what that communicates to them. It makes them worried. The safety net that they had is not there anymore. It gets them scared. So we're not doing it to manipulate our ex, but it's a side effect. Rory, is it completely necessary to have a PayPal account to book a session with you? No, I think you can just go on my website and use a credit card. How to stop beating yourself up for past mistakes. You accept that you made mistakes in the past. Right? Beating yourself for past mistakes is simply another behavior. That behavior is designed to paralyze you. Right? Oh, you know, I just can't make it any better. I suck. Everything I do sucks. I wish I had done all this stuff differently. That behavior in and of itself is behavior that's preventing you from fixing these problems, focusing on yourself in those areas, right? All right, Leo, peace out, man. It was good having you in chat. Is a random 4 a.m. text from her reaching out? Yes, she reached out to you. Right? Hey, Rory, what can we do about being blocked on everything? It's been around 3 weeks of no contact. Would appreciate some advice on this. Your ex blocking you is a very clear-cut way of saying, stop reaching out to me. I don't want you anymore. Right? That is a statement of now. What happens right now doesn't mean forever. It means for right now. So give your ex the time and the space, because by blocking you, that's what they are communicating. Leave me alone. So leave them alone for a while. Let the change be apparent in the fact that you are listening to what they want. Alan, what's up, man? Alan is one of my very first coaching clients. On YouTube, anyway. Any book update? Yes, so the book is coming out. I'm gonna say end of February, early March. That's what seems reasonable to me. I can't imagine it will come out any later than the second week of March, like latest. It will be downloadable. It will not be a book. Well, maybe it'll be on Amazon. I haven't thought about that yet. I am considering doing a voiceover version of the book as well. So if you can have an audiobook instead of a book. But I'll let everybody know when it comes out. I think it's going to be helpful. It will be not very expensive at all. I think it'll have a lot of good information in it, and it will not be, you know, I like Craig Kenneth, but people tell me that his workbook is that sort of book where you, it will ask you a question and have you go review videos and then reflect, like write down answers. Mine's not going to be a book where you're writing down answers. Mine's going to be a book where you open it up and read, finding knowledge. It'll be an honest conversation about, you know, I like to keep it as honest as possible. She left me for someone else after a relationship of 7 years. How likely is that to last? How likely is it to last? Not very likely. Give me 1 second, guys. Boop. There we go. Sorry. Gotta keep banning the trolls. Can I still get him back if he's with someone else and we're in the same friend circle? You want to give your ex that time and that space. Give your ex that time and that space. Is it possible? Yes, but you need to give, again, back away from the situation. Tom says, my question, why would an ex delete our mutual pictures from social media after 7 months of breakup? After I run to her friend, we had coffee, and she asked me how I was. I said, honestly, I was great. It could be a lot of things. It can be maybe your ex is looking to begin dating again, or is dating somebody new. This is a guess. This is mind reading, so don't get married to this. Don't get too worried. It could be that your ex finds those images painful and has taken them down. Maybe she saved them. We don't know. It's so hard to say. I shouldn't say she. Maybe your ex has saved them. Rory, can we play Maple Story 2 together? I tried it. I'm just not a big fan. Sorry for repeating myself. Not sure why I so confused. Is a Facebook friend request considered her reaching out? What would this lead up to? That's a lot of mind reading. I don't know what it's going to lead up to. Is it her reaching out? It's her friend requesting you on Facebook. We want direct contact. We want a text message, right? Something direct like that. Hello, Rory. Love your work. The Discord is so helpful. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking it. Question. Does the process of healing start after no contact or after the breakup? 3 months, no contact, still feels somewhat fresh. The process of healing begins when you allow it to happen. Alright, so you should begin healing the day the breakup happens. Go out for a long walk, grab a journal, begin journaling how you feel, talking to friends and family, talking to a counselor. These are all helpful things that you can do. Rory, do you have a PlayStation? I do. I haven't turned it on in forever. 4 months split. We speak every day, but... What? Sorry. But too painful. Am I being foolish? You should not be talking to your ex. Yeah, Rory, your voice always motivated. What does it mean when your ex has been silent for almost 5 months? Well, it means that at the moment your ex is not interested in speaking with you. That may change, but for the moment, your ex is still in no contact. So, you know what to do. Keep focusing on yourself. Amy Manson, I broke no contact. Ex wanted me back, but we're not ready. Too much doubt. What do I do? There's a lot of... I mean, I wouldn't have broke no contact, but... Your ex wanted you back, but we are not ready. Too much doubt. Well, I think focus on that doubt, right? Have long, genuine talks about how you both could have done better and begin focusing on those things together. Counseling. All that sort of stuff, you know, really have genuine, honest conversations with yourself. Alan says, joined a boxing gym, helped me a lot with getting over my ex. Good for you, Alan. Kicking ass, man. Matthew Bryan, do we tend to exaggerate what our exes are doing after the breakup? Is going out, partying, sex with random people? Oh, i.e., going out. Okay. Yeah, I think we do. I think when we are going through a breakup, we make our ex's life like grand. Like everything they're doing is the most fun thing they've ever done. Everything they touch turns to gold. You know, they're having the best sex of their life with the most amazing and attractive people. It's just not true. We're just beating ourselves up pointlessly. That's all we're doing. And like we said, that behavior is holding us back from personal growth. So think about that. The behavior of doubting our ex's sadness is just another behavior that's designed to make us feel worse. Can you do a video on seeing an ex on a dating app for 4 months, no contact? Sure. I mean, there's not much to cover there. Your ex is on a dating app. Your ex is not in a relationship with you and they're looking to date or casually date. It's just a matter of keeping that anxiety in check. This is the age of dating apps. You think you can do a video on letting go of false hope? Absolutely. Do I play Fortnite? No, I can't stand Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I can stand it. I just don't. It's not for me. What are some good questions to ask in a conversation to build attraction, dating-wise? What are some good questions? I mean, get genuinely curious about the other person. right? You want to know about their life. Get them talking about things that they're interested in. So now, while that seems obvious, and there's a lot of questions flying at me, guys, so if I don't get to your question, wait like a minute and then repost it. Lorraine, no contact works. Yes, it does. Some good questions to ask. Remember, Dan, we fall in love with people, but also the way that people make us feel about ourselves. Get your dating partner, casual or otherwise, get them interested in what you have to say by keeping it brief, being mysterious, putting, actually listening to listen rather than listening to respond, right? Genuinely taking what they say. How to handle my 4 girlfriends? Lose 3. Keep 1. The type of questions you want to ask are, tell me about your life. Why did you want to be, whatever they're going to school for, why did you want to be that? If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Just ask questions that make them smile and laugh and feel like life is exciting. When do you know it's time to get back in the dating game? I don't think you ever fully know. It's a good question. I don't think you ever fully know. I think it's a matter of pushing yourself to that next step. When you've been really doing the personal work, really feeling the breakup, exploring all the different things that happened in the relationship with, friends or a counselor or me or whatever. I think that after that point, you want to say, okay, well, I'm working on myself. I'm talking to a counselor. I'm at the gym exercising. I'm really pushing myself forward. And, it might be nice to go see what's out there. It might be nice to go on a date and then push yourself to do it. It's the next milestone of healing. I blocked my ex on social media, but now I'm afraid it sent the wrong message. Is it worth unblocking? Yeah, you can unblock. Casual sex. How to get it? This day and age, a dating app. Go on a dating app. There was a question up above about some good dating apps. I mean, the one that I have seen, that I have reviewed, was called Coffee Meets Bagel. And so that one, I believe, is offered in the United States and in Europe. And maybe Asia? I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of Tinder or Bumble. With a friend. You want to have casual sex with a friend? That's the danger zone. I wouldn't do that. If you're in the friend zone with somebody, I would not ruin the friendship by trying to get casual sex. And if you're okay with losing that friendship, ask. Say, hey, would you like to have casual sex? Would you like a friends with benefits situation? You're single, I'm single. And just be straight up about it. Be straight up about it. You're not in the friend zone? Or are you a friend? Have you ever had any type of relationship with that person? Because then that would put you, if not, you are in their eyes at this moment a friend and nothing but a friend. It's up to you. I mean, that's not really what my channel's about. It's not necessarily about casual sex. It's about relationships. Can you do a video about a year after the breakup? Yeah, we could. Rory, thank you. I feel awesome. I have an interview for my dream career after 6 years of trying. Good on you, Vita. Congratulations. Kuroi, it's been 6 months and I still hardly find myself falling in love with someone else. Even if I started healing and I have had no contact with my ex for 6 months, I'm still very in love with her. This is what we call getting ourselves out of the idea of the person rather than the person themselves. We form a different set of behaviors that basically will cause us to reject other people without even knowing it, right? It's always a game of comparison. Now, it's almost impossible, and I challenge you guys not to compare new people you're dating to your ex. Because you learn from your ex that this is what works for me. I like this. This is good. So, it's hard to not compare. But I think that you want to call yourself on the behaviors. You know what I mean? Really, call yourself on those behaviors. Tell yourself, hey, am I just pushing other people away? Your voice is nice to listen to. Thank you, Arsha. What is considered a beta male, in your opinion? A beta male. I don't really like the term alpha male or beta male. I accept that they're just, you know, with this niche of talking about breakups, it's words you're going to come across. I think when I hear beta male, somebody who's anxious, needy, who's trying to turn their partner into their mother, right? Take care of me, tell me everything is going to be okay, rather than somebody who's living their own life, confident, focused on you know, why they're here. That's what I think an alpha male is. So a beta male is somebody who's the opposite of that. Is it impossible to get an ex back after 7 months? I didn't do no contact. I text her hi every now and again. Did I blow it? It's not helping. So, yeah, if you're not no contact, I would begin getting into no contact. Let's see here. Keep stressing how much no contact is imperative. I have over 100 videos stressing how important no contact is. Can you talk about the awkward phase of when you just get back together, feeling like you're walking on eggshells? You know, that only exists if we make it exist. So think about that. It's only awkward if we make it awkward. Let's see here. There's so many questions coming at me. Hey, my ex reached out during no contact, but only to arrange sending me my stuff, and she did not hint anything else. Should I go back to no contact now? Yes. Dive right back in. Keep focusing on you. This is my first time watching one of your videos, so can you tell me exactly what your area of expertise is? I do what's called behavioral analysis, which is basically tracking and charting behaviors as it relates to love and romance. Although, sometimes I work in other capacities like children with autism, sometimes I work with criminals. It's just tracking and charting behaviors based on science rather than based on guesses. No pseudoscience, no psychological theories. This is proven data through studies. Behavioral analysis. Yes, the specialty I chose was relationships and love. And sex. What does it mean? English. What does it mean when my ex-boyfriend returned all my stuff? The stuff belongs to you, right? I wouldn't say it means much of anything. Maybe the stuff is painful to look at. Walter says, my ex jumped into a rebound immediately. It's been 3 months since the breakup. Yesterday she posted a picture of herself and tagged him in it. It's the first time she's revealed him. What do you think? I think that it is... Yeah, I love Chill Hop. It's great music. I think that it is the next logical step in a rebound. So I don't want you worried too much about that, Walter. Who is your Super Smash Bros. Character? My Super Smash Bros. Character? Mewtwo, Robin, Ness. Those are the ones I like to go to. Rory, and thank you for the donation. Rory, my ex didn't wish me a happy birthday. We went no contact 2 months ago. I lost my shit why she didn't reach out, so I called her just to hear her voice. I think that that is very understandable. It's painful to not, you know where our ex is at. And when your ex doesn't contact you on something like a Christmas or, your birthday or something important, it feels painful, right? And so you're saying to yourself, well, this is it. They don't love me anymore. The truth is that your ex may have been thinking, here's a different way to look at it. Your ex may not have contacted you because they realize it's your special day and because they didn't want to inflict this pain on you. And this is, you have to remember, everybody, I speak to dumpers as well as dumpees, and one of the things a lot of the dumpers have said, some of them say, well, I didn't reach out because I didn't want to talk to them, right? I didn't have anything to say. Others say, I didn't want them thinking about me on a day that's important to them. I did this thing that hurt them. I did this thing that made them feel kind of crappy about themselves, and now I'm going to take their special day and reach out? I can't do that to them. So just think about that. It's different for everybody. Hey, Rory, Emiliano here. I'm the one that was left because of the vision in a dream. I remember that. In our session, you said that if she was doing her personal work, I was in trouble. What do you mean by that? Okay. So let's talk about this. If you... One second here. Tony, welcome to Band. Peace out. You're banned forever. Goodbye. So, the question was, if we're in a breakup, and I'm working on myself as much as I can, what's the likelihood that we get back together if my ex is also working on themselves as much as they can? The likelihood that of a healthy reconciliation does still exist, but if your ex is working on themselves, if they're doing the journal, if they're the dumper now, if they're doing the journaling, if they're doing the personal work, if they are focusing on themselves, their mind, their body, if they're talking to a counselor, the likelihood of a healthy reconciliation is slightly less because they're processing the grief rather than running from it. Does it make the chance 0? No, of course not. Does it make the chance less? Yes, it does. Unless they look back and say, you know, that relationship was actually really good for me, and I see proof that my ex is focusing on themselves and working on themselves, and they're changing who I thought they were. So, let me give this another shot. It's going to be impossible for me to answer every single variation of every single question in a video or in a 1-hour live chat. So, I think that we need to, there's a bit of common sense that's called for here, right? But common sense is hard to see when you're in this, because all you're thinking about is the grief. So, it's just food for thought. Let's see. I just saw a question I wanted to answer. Oh, Justin, hi, how are you? Hi, Rory. Yesterday we worked together. My ex walked up to me and told me that she wants to have sexual relations with me. All right. I said, just let me know when you're ready. It's been 2 months since no contact. Yesterday you guys worked together? I'm a little confused at the timeline here. It's been 2 months since no contact, and after 2 months, your ex randomly comes up to you and says, let's have sex. Okay. Go for it. That was easy. No contact is getting you laid, man. Craig Kenneth really believes in the disturbance of the Force. Do you believe in that at all? I think Craig's being silly. What he's trying to say is that when you don't want your ex back anymore, that people kind of report there's this phenomena that your ex realizes that you don't want them back anymore, and then suddenly they realize that, you know, the energy has shifted, and then they come to you. I don't believe in that. I think it's coincidence. The amount of time you're going to spend wanting your ex back is finite. Even if it's just a year, even if it's just a couple of months, right? The amount of time that you'll want your ex back is finite. It's not going to be forever. Right? So, if that's the case, then the amount of time you're still going to want your ex back is... let me rephrase what I'm trying to say, because I'm confusing myself. The amount of time that you're going to want your ex back is, let's say, 5-6 months. Right? And then if that's the case, then it's going to take the rest of your life not wanting your ex back. So if your ex reaches out the rest of your life, then at some point, they reach out, and you're saying, oh, see, my ex reaches out the second I'm over them. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Sorry, as I'm saying these things, I'm also banning people who are being trolls. Also, I love Star Wars, so I think Craig is cool for liking Star Wars. You should make a video encouraging us to move on, and the reasons why we should just let it be and move forward. Mark, have you seen many of my videos? Because, like, I say move forward in, like, every one of them. Should I friend zone my ex? He shows a lot of interest, messages every day, but doesn't pursue. I want peace of mind and to move on. I want to make him fear of losing me and pursue. Well, then you don't want to... You just gave opposing ideas. You don't want your ex to move on. You want your ex to chase you. And because your ex isn't chasing you, you want to do things to try and get your ex to chase you. That's manipulative. We don't want to be manipulative. We want to be genuine. Make genuine, real changes. Arjun says, Rory, thanks, but she and I used to work together. I couldn't bear the pain and joined elsewhere. Will she ever reach out? If she reaches out, yeah, if you give her the time and the space, the likelihood that she reaches out is quite good. Let's see. Kara said, my ex cheated, and I feel like he will never reach out only because he feels like I hate him and that I will reject him. Any advice? My personal advice is don't go back to cheaters. That's my personal advice. It invites too much doubt, too much anxiety. Let's see here. Rory, why do I feel resentment like a victim several times? Any good books you recommend? I need to work on my ego. Resentment is normal. It's a stage of grief, anger, right? Feeling anger is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Anger means you're healing. Any book recommendations? I'm actually gonna, this week I'm going to be coming out with a video with all my book recommendations. So just stay tuned for that. Tom says, is it a sign of recovery when I feel nothing when I see her pictures? Sometimes I have a feeling I'm looking to a person I don't know. What do you think? I think absolutely. Absolutely. When you see pictures of your ex and you're not like, you don't care one way or the other? Yeah, then absolutely. Please, can you answer this? Yes, I can. Is it ever a good idea to break no contact to stop? Is it a good idea to break no contact? No. No contact will help you get your ex back. It will help you get over your ex. Both things are true. And you guys can hear little Data barking in the background. Is it okay to keep her sex toys? I would say no. If you're not using them with her, no. Probably not okay to keep them. Thai Talks. Rory, in Europe, and it's been a blast. Stepping out of my comfort zone. It's been hella great. And moving on and knowing life will be great and being happy with myself. Congratulations, Ty. Good for you. Rory, do you smoke cigarettes? No. I have never touched a cigarette in my life. No, 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 no. Smoking is bad for you. Hey, Rose, she keeps liking my Instagram photos, and she still follows me. I've unfollowed her weeks ago. Good. Let her be curious. Let the silence speak volumes. But if you have an obsession and want to let go of false hope, can it be okay? What it sounds like is that you don't want to be able to... You want to get yourself out of the gray area that you're currently in, so you want to reach out and destroy your chances. I think the fact that that's the attitude we turn to really shows how much they own you right now, right? We don't want exes to own us. Wait, Rory, so are you saying that if our interest is working on themselves too and healing, then the chances of getting back is less? So they have to run for their feelings for it to work? No. That's half of what I said. What I am saying is that if your ex is focusing on themselves, going to a counselor, taking care of all those things they need to take care of, and you both had a bad breakup and they thought breaking up with you was necessary for their own mental health and peace of mind, rather than they just got bored and left. Grass is greener. They weren't happy with you because you wouldn't change this way or that way. Right? If they left you because they thought you were unhealthy for them, and then they focused on themselves, the likelihood is less that they come back because they're turning to healthy methods of healing, right? Just like you should be. But if it was good relationship, if there weren't many fights, if it was healthy for the most part, and only really kind of meh towards the end, then no, the chance of reconciliation, of course, is still there. Hi, Olga. Thank you again for I'm Nobody's Option. It was a really helpful video, and that's what I like about your channel. You helped me to move on. Well, listen, I put out the content, but you guys are doing the work, so thank yourself before you thank me. Max says, Rory, my ex reached out after a month and a half into no contact. It was just a simple how are you text. I didn't reply, as she basically left me to go back to her ex. Doing the right thing? Well, I would not ignore your ex, but I think that if you're just trying to move on and heal, then yeah, you did the right thing. Ty says, everyone Also, have a session with Rory. His advice is genuine. He knows what he's talking about. He has real advice and a no bullshit. Alright, I'm a peace out. Need some German food. Oh, thank you, Ty. Thank you for the review. Enjoy your Wiener Schnitzel. Googie. Hi, Rory. My ex has been initiating convos and calls recently, and though I've made it clear that I can't settle for being friends, she says that's all she can provide. Any advice? Nope. Go into no contact. Stick to your position. You don't want to be friends. It's fake. You want your ex back as a partner? As a romantic partner? Don't settle for friendship. It doesn't work for you. Don't let your ex have what she wants. She's got what she wanted so far. She broke up with you. Don't also allow her to be helped through the breakup. My ex seems to be really concerned with my personal life and the women I'm talking to, or checking out. She's dating someone else while this is going on. What's happening? She's jealous. Right? It's none of her business who you're checking. I would stop contact. If you're contacting her that much while she's with somebody else, you're not in no contact. So you want to dive right back in. Right? Don't help your ex through a breakup that you didn't want. Daquan says, how the dumper acts after you stop contacting them. I have tons of videos on that, so check that out for me. What's the longest no contact success story you had, Rory? In my personal life or in someone else? I'm assuming you mean someone else's. I think 2.5 years? I'd have to look. I believe 2.5 years. Somebody got their ex back after 2.5 years. They weren't around waiting. A couple years went by and then their ex reached out to kind of just connect, say, hey, how's life been, etc. And then they got re-attracted to one another. The person wasn't waiting. Just the stars aligned. I've been in no contact during all that. Well, how do you know your ex is asking, who are you checking out? Careful, Walter. I'm not telling you that there's hope after 2 years. You should be well moved on after 2 years. Well moved on. Thanks so much, Rory. What to do if she keeps reaching out even though I said I don't want to be friends? If your ex keeps reaching out and you told your ex very clearly, I don't want friendship, and you're not encouraging more conversation because your actions have to match your words, right? If your ex is not respecting the fact that you want to be in no contact unless they want to have a, some sort of future reconciliation with you, yeah, ignore them. Hi, Judy. I still think listening to videos after a certain point is helpful because it increases your knowledge for if it were to happen again. Knowledge base. Absolutely. Right, you can make that argument. Look at that, everybody. Walter made it through a year of no contact successfully. Good for you, my friend. Take it easy, Martin. It was good having you here, buddy. What can one do who followed Love Advice TV, written letter, and basically kept chasing? Immediately stop all of that. Immediately stop all that. Sally Scott. Hi, Rory. Wonderful content. My ex got married 2 months... Whoa. 2 months after we broke up. After a year of no contact, he started reaching out and mentioning our passionate connection. Why is he doing that? I guess he is regretting his marriage of... Wow. Did I read that correctly? Hi, Rory. My ex got married 2 months after we broke up. So either this person was in the background and he was developing a connection with that person that whole time, or he dumped you and immediately got married to somebody he was still in the puppy love stage with. And 1 year later, he's regretting it. Sally, I would stay away. That's toxic. That is toxic. Can you do more videos on narcissism? Absolutely. I don't think I have any videos on narcissism. I need to whip out the textbooks and read up on narcissism again. I studied it, but I haven't studied it at length. Question, Rory. If you made your ex say that she fell out of love, thusly making them say their feelings when they're not ready for it either, how does it affect the whole process of get your ex back? It doesn't really. It doesn't really change things. Arjun says, what if the breakup was because of my ex-girlfriend's best friend who confessed? I don't understand. What if the breakup was because of my ex-girlfriend's best friend who confessed? Who confessed what? Rory, my ex reached out and we went out and she told me she had a really good time, but 2 days later, after going out, she didn't reach out. What should I do? You stay in no contact. Let your ex come to you. Let your ex come to you. A lot of people hearing from their ex lately. Look at this. Tom says, when you're broken up by your ex, they no longer know when you stop caring, and it awakes the curiosity in them. What's your thoughts? Yeah, absolutely. They become more attractive because they don't know where you're at. Alejandro, thanks for all your work, Rory, and great support you provide us. Can't wait for your book. I can't wait for my book either. I'm excited to release it. Thank you, Alejandro. That's nice of you. Hi, Rory. What if her family and friends are telling her to stay away? In my experience, when you tell somebody to not do something, they want to do it more. Your ex-girlfriend's best friend who confessed liking her? Well, that means your ex left you for somebody else. Low quality. Hi, Lena. He keeps making contact, talks for a few days, then stops replying after a few days. Feels like it annoys him that I'm not chasing anymore. Does this really give me the best chance to get him back? You have to be saying something specific to him. Remember, it's not just about having them come to you. It's about telling them, right? Telling them, hey, I'm not interested in friendship, because right now you're contacting your ex, or they're contacting you, and you're just chatting, right? Like a friends do. You don't want friendship. You want relationship. Tell them, hey, I'm not interested in talking to you unless you're interested in reconciliation with me. So if you're not interested in reconciliation, please don't waste my time. You should not just be lollygagging. Yes, I use the word lollygagging. With your ex. I didn't even know I was going to use that word until I said it. Alright, I'm spending my lunch hour in the office eating my lunch and watching the chat. My coworker's looking at me like I'm nuts. Hi, coworkers! My ex started dating a French guy right away. He's much older than her and is way different than me. What do you think the chances are lasting? I think it's probably a rebound. Rory, can you get an ex back on an on and off relationship? Yeah, it's off right now and it'll be on again soon, right? She left me for someone she works with. After 3 months, she still appears much in love. How long does that usually last? Remember, I want to be clear here. That just because the likelihood is that it's a rebound doesn't mean it definitely is a rebound. We want to be careful here, right? When we start inventing all of these terms, we get in trouble. The steps for everybody who are listening. Step 1, go into no contact. Step 2, focus on yourself. Make your life the best life it can be. Focus on your body. Focus on your mind. Focus on your mental peace. Focus on your friends, your money. You have a lot to be busy with. Step 3, if your ex reaches out, you want to be polite, calm, funny, charming, easygoing. And if you'd like to see them, say, hey, it's great to hear from you. I'd love to see you. When are you free? If your ex gives you any answer other than yes, all you tell them is, well, hey, give me a call if you change your mind. Hope all's well. You don't try and convince them. Don't try and win them over. Don't try and change their mind. Let them go. If they want to see you, they can come to you. That's it. Oh, God. Max saw through my description, through my disguise. Thank you for answering my question. Is it any coincidence that the love chat abbreviation is TLC, which is also known as Tender Loving Care? I swear that when I created the brand, I didn't think about that. I just looked for any name that wasn't taken. And also, we're chatting about love. It's a love chat, you know. Floyd, what's up, man? 6 months, no contact, and I still feel like crap. Is there a pill I can take to fix this? Yes, and the pill is called focusing on you. When you feel like crap, double your efforts. Write down a list of things that make you feel a little better, then write down a list of things that make you feel a lot better, and then focus on the ones that are a lot better. Rory, are you going to name today's winner? Yes, I will. Those are going to be put in the comments. So as soon as this is posted up on YouTube, I'm going to pin the winners. and I'm going to leave instructions for what they need to do. The winners are selected. So that'll be up in about 6 minutes. What if a guy I start dating decides he doesn't want a relationship at the moment, but wants to be friends, and then starts contacting 2 days later? So I said, no sex if we're just friends, and he says it's okay. Were you in a relationship? Or were you in like a casual thing, or were you boyfriend and girlfriend? We play these kind of different. Juan says, hi Rory, my ex moved on while I was in a psychiatric hospital. I loved her. She was my first for everything. I treated her better than I treated my own family. She was very one-sided and mean. Am I wrong? No. You don't want to treat your ex better than everybody else in your life. You want to treat you better than everybody else in your life. Lady D, Rory, you're awesome. Thank you for helping us as much as you do. You're very welcome. My wife and I are separated. She calls all the time because of the kids. How can no contact be effective if she calls me regularly because of the kids? Well, you are... Yeah, you have to be in contact because you share children together, right? The best thing that you can do is when she reaches out, you discuss the children and only the children, and you don't want to be emotionally cold, you just want to be very indifferent, right? Give her nothing. Since you have to be in contact, you just give her, emotionally, give her nothing. Not mean, just uninvolved, you don't care, indifferent. Talk about the kids and only the kids, and then say, cool, gotta go. Don't be interested in staying on the phone with her. Don't ask about how her day is doing. You don't want to be mean, you just want to show that your ex left. So they're accessing you as they're trying to get friendship and relationship type talk out of you when they're not your friend or in a relationship with you. So, food for thought. Anthony says, hi Rory, in no contact after 4 years together. She reached out a week later saying she will always love me and was sorry for being mean. Any chance to save it? Yeah. Absolutely. Rory, do you think I did the right thing by letting her know when she's... yes. Yes, you did, Justin. How would you approach a woman you are attracted to, and she is to you, but she has a long-distance boyfriend? She states they have problems. Should I stay friends with her or flirt with her? Beware of women on the rebound. Right? She's trying to monkey branch to you. She's trying to swing away from her one partner and swing to you. Pay attention to what she's doing. Right? If you're gonna get involved with her, I wouldn't make her a girlfriend. Just flirt, have fun, do your thing. Don't help her cheat on her boyfriend. Say, you want to hang out with me? You want to hook up? That's fine. Cheat up with him. Break up with him first. Don't help somebody cheat. Don't be that type of person. I keep hearing it. It's around 4 to 6 months no contact when dumpers start feeling your absence and miss you. Do you notice this too in your coaching sessions? Yeah, 4 or 5 months seems about right. I don't like to give definite numbers because there's no science on that, right? We're just making guesses. Guesses based on observations. So I would call them theories rather than proven things. Every situation is very different. I personally didn't hear back from my ex until 6 months later, half a year. How long do guys usually contact their ex? There's no way of knowing. There's just no way of knowing. Why would my ex reach out several times while on the rebound and even ask to see each other, but disappear every time for a while afterwards? It's mind reading. We don't know. Thanks for answering my question, Rory. Your videos have been helping me a lot. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. But if they reach out that late, shouldn't you be over her at that point and don't want to go back? Yeah, everybody's different. Some people don't do the work, and some people do less of the work. And, you know, a year later, they still want their ex back. Everybody's very different. Signing off. All right, Cynthia, good having you. Is 2 months after a breakup too late for no contact? No, I don't think so. Marisol, if I decided I didn't want to stay in the cycle, sort of hot and cold behavior, and I broke up with him and he accepted it with no drama, do you think he didn't love me at all? No, perhaps he just agreed that it wasn't healthy for both of you. Is it possible to get an ex back in a long-distance relationship after 5 months of no contact? Yeah, it's possible. Again, a lot of these questions are, is it possible? Could it work? The chance is not 0, therefore, yes, it's possible. How do you deal with relationship anxiety? Focus on yourself. Be honest with yourself. Allow yourself time and patience and love. Right? Don't try and avoid the pain. Feel it. Go through it. Alejandro, yes, 6 months of no contact. I was in 6 months. Not a peep. Not a word. At the gym listening to you during my warm-up. Thanks for your videos, Rory. No problem, Nick, and good on you. Got my ex back. We do have sex, but she's not intimate. Pull away. Right? Have your ex chasing you. Have your ex wondering where you're at. Alright, everybody. We are hitting the hour right now. So, I'm going to be taking the stream down, and I got to get to work on some other coachings. I'm going to be leaving in a comment below this live stream the winners of episode number 100. The first prize winner gets an hour coaching for free, and the runner-up gets a half-hour coaching for free. And so, good luck. If you win, please email me at my email, thelovechat.net. Oh, wait, no, don't do that. That's my website. It's that kind of day. I haven't had my coffee yet. Email me at thelovechat@gmail.com. And I will help you redeem your coaching. So thank you for being here. You're all wonderful. I'm proud of every one of you. Eve, the winners are already selected, so unfortunately there's no signing up. It's already closed. But I will be releasing another one. So, good luck to all of you, and I'll catch you all next time.